It seems like in all the depictions of heaven, it seems, from what I've heard, and I haven't read through everything, but it seems like very sexualized, and I'm just not sure how I feel about that.
You're saying the description of women in heaven is sexualized. Is that what you say?
No, just like the entirety of heaven. I don't know.
The entirety of heaven is sexualized.
There's a lot of descriptions, like there's lots of food and there's lots of women, and I don't know, maybe it's just, to me, it feels like it's missing Allah, which should be the point of heaven. I really don't know a ton though, so like, go ahead.
So you wouldn't say food is sexual, for example. You mentioned food in Jannah,
Yeah,
right?
sorry, just like pleasures, I guess you could say it that way.
Yeah. So Jannah is where you have whatever your heart desires. So of course, everything in Jannah is the desires of a human being, because it's a reward, and you're rewarded by what you desire. That's the definition of a reward. If I give you something you don't desire, that is not a reward. So paradise, from an Islamic perspective, is a reward. You have gardens in Jannah. You have rivers. You have drinks that are not like the drinks of this life. Like, for example, you have alcohol that is not like the alcohol of this life. That is not sour like the alcohol in this life. That does not give you a hangover. Complete different type of alcohol, right? You have milk that does not go off. You have honey that is 100% pure, which you don't have in this life. You cannot have 100% pure honey. These types of things that would be in paradise, fruits, different fruits, etc. You will have in paradise, as the Quran describes. You have Hur al-Ain, which is a creation of God, a feminine creation of God that is given to men. You have palaces, gold, you have silver, you have beds, you have everything that your heart desires. So the things that human beings would desire, and anything that they can desire or ask for, they can ask for in paradise, and they can be given according to the Quran. And paradise has different levels, and the highest reward in paradise that is mentioned in the hadith is where Allah Azza wa Jalla will speak to the believers, and He will say to the believers, are you satisfied with all of these things that I mentioned to you? And then they will say yes. So Allah says He will increase them, and they will see Allah. This is the highest reward we will have in paradise.
So not everybody gets to?
The people who will be in paradise will see Allah.
Everybody?
The people who are in paradise. The people who are not in paradise, they're not going to see Allah.
Yeah.
Allah, in fact, Allah explicitly says in the Quran that they would be veiled away from Allah, the disbelievers. They're not going to see Allah because it's a reward. It's not just a reward. Look, when you see something beautiful, that's a reward.
Yeah.
Allah is the source of beauty.
Yeah.
Right? Allah is the most beautiful. And one of the names of Allah is Al-Jamil. So the most beautiful is Allah, and beauty comes from Allah. So seeing Allah is, as I just said to you, is the highest reward that believers will have in paradise. So you said it's not about Allah. When you see Allah in paradise, is actually, as the hadith says, the highest reward we will have is to see Allah in paradise.
Yeah.
But as I said to you, it's a place of reward. Look, in this life, if you know a bit about Islam, for example, if you heard about Islam, whatever you heard maybe about Islam, because you might know some of these rules of Muslims they don't have intercourse before marriage, for example, right? Muslims don't drink alcohol, they don't eat pork. So you hear about prohibitions in this life, things that Allah prohibits you. You stop them, you don't do them in this life because Allah prohibited you from doing them in this life, and Allah rewards you in the afterlife by giving you what your heart desires. You get the point?
Yeah.
So paradise is a place of reward, and if you agree that paradise is a place of reward, then it would make sense for you to have your desires there. Does that make sense for your question?
Yeah, it does.